at the Howard Office Building in the Sunny West Conference Center. And this is a little bit running late. Apologize for that, but here we go. Ms. Harrison's anybody signed in for public comments? They are not, so very good. So item number 2 on the agenda, to approve the minutes from the February 6th meeting. They were sent out a few days ago, but if you haven't had a chance to look at them, they're in your folder if you would take a look. And I will entertain a motion as anyone is ready and willing.
Yeah, I move to approve the minutes.
Okay, got
I move to approve the minutes.
oh yeah, thanks for doing that. Just, I was advised that we need to remind y'all to push your button when you do talk. So Commissioner Byrd moved to approve the minutes. Is there a second?
A second.
Commissioner Dooley seconds. Any discussion, any questions, any suggested changes? I see none. Therefore, all in favor of approving the minutes from the February 6th meeting indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed say no, and it is approved. Okay. All right, item number 3, approve candidates for the May 5th county primary election. Mr. Richardson, is that your item?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Per Tennessee Code 25204, in your folder is a list of those candidates that have successfully completed the necessary requirements for their respective offices. At this time, if you could review the list, and then I ask for your approval. Thank you.
All right, we'll go ahead and I'll entertain a motion, and then we can take a look at it and ask any questions we may have. Does anybody make a motion to approve the list of candidates for the May 5th county primary?
I can move to approve, and then just a short discussion, yeah.
Okay. Got a motion approved by Commissioner Byrd. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Dan Davis. All right, any questions, comments on this? Commissioner Byrd.
Yeah, just to make sure, so what, as I understand it, then all these, because again, I'm only doing this because I haven't done this before, so making sure that I get it for the record and myself. But all these folks are folks that filed petitions, got the correct signatures. We looked through those signatures, right? And I assume Ms. Harrison did that and verified that they have, was it 25, the number? Okay. And that these are all the people that qualified and met that. Yes.
That is correct. And in some cases, there are additional requirements. For example, if you're running for sheriff, you have to get a letter back from the post. Or if you're running for the school board, there's requirements regarding your proof of high school diploma or the equivalent thereof. So in some cases, there are additional requirements that were met for these candidates.
And we have done, our staff certifies that and has done that.
That is correct.
And no challenges have been filed or anything like that. Okay. Sounds good. I will note that I think we've had this discussion earlier about the Davidson County Democratic Party issue if something comes up with the state Supreme Court about the council districts, and that's how they appoint their people. That, as I understand it from the county, that, you know, they will just continue to have those people serving, running the Davidson County Commission until the next election when it gets done. That's the way I understand what they've told us, so that we wouldn't need to be calling some special election or anything like that if that were to happen. But I'm saying that here because that, you know, that's the way I understand it from them. So I think we've covered that.
All right, very good. Any other questions, comments? I see none. Is there an issue? All right, I see none. So all in favor of approving the candidates for the May 5th county primary election indicate by saying aye. Aye.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, can I just make sure, Lisa, did you have what we?
The parties also sent us
Yes. Okay, so the parties. Okay, so the parties also sent and approved the names that we see for the executive committee positions, right? Okay, that's good, thank you, sorry. Sorry, go ahead, Chairman.
I see nothing else. All those in favor of approving the list of candidates, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. You approve. Item number 4, approve early voting schedule and locations for the August 6th state and federal primary, county election, and Oak Hill municipal election. Mr. Richardson, please guide us through what we have before us.
Yes, thank you, Chairman. In front of you is a list of the dates and times of the upcoming early voting schedule for the for the August 6th election coming up in August. You'll note that there are a few new locations. Since our last meeting, we have found a suitable replacement for the Green Hills Library. Thanks to Hal Cato and the team over there, we will now have the opportunity to have early voting at the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee. And for those folks who've not been in the building, it is beautiful. It's brand new, and it's at the heart of Green Hills at the intersection of Woodmont Boulevard and Belmont Boulevard. In addition to that, in the Midtown area, Scarrett Bennett Center is another beautiful building that's historic. It's been in Nashville for who knows how long. And so that would represent the an early voting location for the Midtown area. Commissioner Janine Davis was going to make a few comments because I thank her for the one introducing us to that. But with that, both new locations have been approved by our Davidson County Election Commission security team to ensure the highest level of election integrity. Both of them have met the standards regarding IT technology improvements and so forth. And with that, move for approval.
Okay. All right, well, let's get it before us, and then we'll come and for any comments or statements or questions that need to be made. So to get it before us, do I have a motion to approve the early voting schedule and location for the August 6th elections that will be taking place that we've noted earlier? Is there a motion to approve?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the early voting schedule and locations for the Thursday, August 6th election 2026.
Okay, very good. Got a motion from Commissioner Dan Davis. Is there a second?
I can second.
Seconded by Commissioner Byrd. All right. Commissioner Janine Davis, did you seek recognition?
Yes, Mr. Chair, just wanted to let you all know that I am happy that we were able to make a new location available at Scarrett Bennett Center. As you all may know, I am employed at Scarrett Bennett Center as Director of Sales and Development there. However, this will not interfere in terms of a conflict or anything. There's no compensation. Scarrett is actually looking forward to be able to offer the space complimentary. We did have security, we do have security measures, and we did have the team to come over. So everything in the space that we have is secured. I do not have access to that space in terms of once everything is locked up. I don't have a key to go into that space. Only our security that comes in, and then our guest services staff at the front desk. We also talked to our IT on campus, and so he was already planning to add new what are those things? Cameras. He was planning to add new cameras in our lobby space of the Welcome Center so that it could actually get the full view of the lobby space. So that'll be able to make sure that everyone that's coming in, we're able to see who those individuals are. It won't be in the actual voting room, but in the lobby area. So we were already going to upgrade the cameras in that space. So that'll be coming just in time before the election. Early election. So we're excited. Scarrett Bennett is a 100-year-old plus campus. And so it's very historic. A lot of people in the neighborhood know about us, but then there are also a lot of folks who don't know what Scarrett has to offer. So we're really looking forward to being able to provide this for the community.
Very good. Thank you very much. Any other comments, questions regarding this? Commissioner Byrd?
Well, a quick question. Number one, thank you to Scarrett Bennett and others. Thank you to the chairman, and I want to give a big hats off to the AOE for working so hard to get not only Scarrett Bennett online, but the Community Foundation. with the Green Hills Library out of commission. I really appreciate the work that y'all did on that. That's very, very good. Is this is the same number of early voting days that we typically do? Is that 14? Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Any other questions, comments? I just want to add to what's already been said. I want to commend Administrator Richardson and staff. I know he didn't do this on his own, so I appreciate all those that worked on getting these the details worked out on these new locations. Appreciate the people behind the new locations, particularly I know Hal Cato at the Community Foundation, and then whoever they worked with there at Scarrett Bennett, appreciative of that. I think these are excellent opportunities for us. So no other questions, comments, suggestions? All right, seeing none, all in favor of approving the early voting schedule and locations for the August 6th elections, indicate please by saying aye. Aye. All opposed say no, and you approve. Okay. Administrator Richardson, if you would share with us your report for the meeting.
Thank you, Chairman. So, per Tennessee Code annotated 22120C4, the Coordinator of Elections shall audit at least 10 county election commissions annually to ensure the accuracy of voter registration and make sure that the process is done accurately. I just want to let you guys know that we just wrapped that up and we got excellent ratings. Again, it's a credit to an amazing team of people that I work with and I'm blessed to work with on a regular basis. And so they've done great work. Special thank you to these folks who did a lot of work to make sure that we continue voter registration excellence. And that's Lisa Pierce, Sandy Troop, Alexandria Mitchell, Gail Loudon, Renee Bordelin, James Olive, Janice Holland, Shirley Russell, and Tanya Atchison. Again, these are the folks on the front line making sure that the process is done with accuracy all the way through. And again, I'm super excited for the success we're having. Second, we're in the middle of early voting for the Berry Hill election. And for those folks who want to come on down to the Election Commission located at 1417, we'd love to have you vote. And just a quick reminder, and also a special thank you to Elizabeth McPincow, Laurie Grafton, Ruby Kinkle, and Courtney Clark, and all their work they do to help us have the best poll officials in the great state of Tennessee. And if you are interested and you're watching this online and you'd like to become a poll official, we'd love to have you. Go to nashville.gov/vote and you can apply and join our poll official family. Third, but last but not least, in 3 weeks, we are moving to a new office. In fact, our next meeting will be held at our new office, which is conveniently located at the intersection of Briley Parkway and Murfreesboro Road. And so that address is 1281 Murfreesboro Pike. And so anyways, the Airways Plaza building for those folks who are familiar with that area. And with that, I yield the floor back to you. Thank you.
Very good. Thanks, sir. Anybody have any questions of Mr. Richardson regarding his report? All right, very good. At this point, excuse me, I'm sorry, I forgot to put myself back on. To back up, there are no questions from Mr. Richardson, as I understand, regarding his report. And so we'll move on to the next item, which is for us to complete the annual sexual and workplace harassment training that's required by the State Election Commission. So for the people who are watching online, we'll continue to stay live, but for the next 15 minutes or so, we will be, Ms. Howard will be providing us with computers where we can take the training that's been authorized by the State Election Commission, so it gets us into compliance. So at that point, and so please feel free to stay on or come back in 10 or 15 minutes. But then the next item will be a similar item, but we'll cover that at that time. So Ms. Howard, if you would like to get us going, please. All right, thanks very much. Next item on the agenda is for us to, pursuant to statute, to review randomly selected registrations that have been filed since in this current quarter. And we have to review those to ensure, to check for whether there's any deficiencies or not. Each one of the registrations will be reviewed by both a Republican and a Democrat member of the commission, for those of you who are watching. And at the end of process, if we find anything where there's a deficiency in one of the registrations, we make a note of it and send that report to the coordinator's office. And of course, if we don't find any, we make that same report to the coordinator's office. So with that, we will again be, we'll be running online. You can watch us, but there'll be no discussion as we're going through these registrations. So it should take another 10 or 15 minutes. So with that, we will begin the process. All right, we'll come back into session after having reviewed the randomly selected voter registrations from the last quarter. Just to let the people that may be watching online know, there was some question on some of these that related to where they were born. The statute provides that they are supposed to indicate their date and place of birth. Generally, of course, people will put Nashville, Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, New York, whatever. Some of these indicated that they just indicated the state. Let me throw out what I would suggest how we handle this. It's the rule of the chair that by putting the state where you were born satisfies the provision of the statute that provides that on your registration form you put the date and place of birth. And I would therefore suggest that we submit the report to the coordinator's office indicating that we found no deficiencies. However, indicate to the coordinator's office that we did have this question, this is the way we ruled, and just for them to confirm that we are correct. And so that is the way I would propose that we proceed. Is there any question? Ms. Icky, if there's some discussion on this, should we have a motion first, or is there okay just for us to have a discussion on how we proceed?
It's okay.
Okay, thank you very
Either
much.
way.
Commissioner Byrd.
Thank you. I agree with the ruling of the chair there. I believe that's correct. Let me just point out a few things. One is some people come from other places that don't really have things called cities and counties. Some people come from cities that are no longer even a city. So for example, like maybe I'm in Nashville, but maybe I'm in Forest Hills. So, I mean, I don't think it's as easy a thing. And so I think what you do is you look at the statute. So 222-2-115, the section before that, the whole part of this is to say that the coordinator, if you look at B1 there, the coordinator of elections shall prepare voter registration forms in accordance with this section and shall provide for the printing of ample, whatever. If you read this whole section, the idea is to make sure that the coordinator of elections feels that there's enough information to make sure that there's no fraudulent issue here. And then when you look at 22116 that I think we've been looking at, as you pointed out, it says the permanent, I think you're right, it says place of birth. But I'll also note that it says at the beginning, the permanent registration record shall be substantially as follows. Yeah. This is not, the form doesn't have to read exactly as this. It just has to be in accordance with that and to make you feel comfortable as the coordinator of elections that there's not fraudulent registration going on. So I don't think there's any issue. I don't think there's any, I know that we've done this before and been missing cities. And so I think it's pretty common. And that's all I'd say about it. I don't think it's a big issue. I don't think we need to raise any further with this.
Very good. Any other questions, comments? Since there's not any, if there's no objection, we'll proceed in the manner that I outlined. Sure, Commissioner Dooley.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said for consistency. And some of the forms did say, the forms themselves, I understand what you're saying about this, but the forms themselves said city and state. And it may seem to be a small thing. I've never seen that before. It may happen a lot, but it may seem to be a small thing. I just want to go on record as saying that I think any variation in voter registration should be closely looked at.
Yeah. Point well made. Point well made. Very good. Any other? So, seeing no objection, we'll proceed as I outlined with comments noted. So, all right, very good. All right, the next item of business, I believe, is just to confirm what we've already voted to approve, and that's our next meeting, which will be Tuesday, March the 24th at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we'll be in our new offices at 1281 Murfreesboro Pike, Airways Plaza. And so I'm sure you've already made a note of it. If you haven't, please do. Look forward to seeing that in our new digs. All right, very good. And seeing no further business, I'll entertain a motion from Commissioner Byrd.
Move to adjourn?
Is there a second?
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Very good. Thank you very much.
This has been a service of the Metro Nashville Network.